yeah, yeah. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, yeah. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, yeah. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, yeah. Let's see what they say tonight, yeah. It's the Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle and Dub Show. It's the Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah. Mizzle and Dub Show, yeah, the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Good evening. I am Alfred Hitchcock. No, I'm joking. But we are live, and this is another edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show. This is number... I did say I was Alfred Hitchcock. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. But nonetheless, hi, welcome.
Love it.
Actually, I'm Dub Rogers. That's Mizzle Gumble. He kills me every time he does that Gumble. Still trying to figure out which one he is, Bryant or Greg. Don't know which one yet. But nonetheless, welcome as we're coming to you live. A lot of interesting things happening in the world of sports as right now everything is taking a backseat to Major League Baseball. But episode of Hard Knocks with the East Rutherford Giants is up on Mac, so you can check that out. I'm still...
The first episode was pretty interesting.
I'm still trying to understand why they are wearing those hideous red... I don't know what the heck those are, but those are just as atrocious as possibly could be, and I'm trying to understand why. Like, for the life of me, I can't understand why. And they're going to rock those on week one. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the symbolization of it. I just don't. But that's here nor there. So I must ask, because I know you are a big Kevin Costner fan, and I know you are a big Yellowstone fan. How was Horizon? I already know there's going to be a part two because this is part one.
I hope part two explains a lot better than what part one did. Like, don't get me wrong, I understood the basis of the movie, but the movie was trying to tell too many stories in one. Every time that you focused on one storyline of the movie, they jumped to another storyline. It's like, okay, how does that, like, two storylines, you kind of, they intertwine. You got that. But the movie was all over the place, and it was kind of hard to kind of keep up with. But at the end of the movie, they tried to piece everything in the movie together and foreshadow into part two, which made a lot more sense. But in the beginning of the movie, it was all over the place, just everywhere. But like I said, I understood the basis of the movie and what direction he was going in. This is going to tell the movie without telling everything. Basically, they're fighting over land. That's what Horizon is. They're fighting for this piece of land with the Indians, white skin, their beef. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's pretty much how that went. 3 hours was too fucking long for this movie, to tell you the truth. That was ridiculous. But we made it through it.
All right.
So I will say this. Yeah, as my cousin actually gave was what movie we're talking about. Kevin Costner's Western movie called Horizon. I took the wifey and mother-in-law to go see it. You know, as we are all big Yellowstone fans, as Dub said, and we do appreciate Kevin Costner, so we want to support his endeavor. The reason why he's not doing Yellowstone anymore is because he wanted to tell his story with this, which kind of has a Yellowstone feel to it. So, but yeah, I would say this. Watch it at home, part one. Because I'll tell you this, part 2 and 3, I'll be watching from home. I will not go to the movie theater to see it again. Not saying that it was a waste of my time, because I did spend good quality time with my mother and wife, and we have made a day of it. But I'm just saying, I would say just watch it at home. That's where I'm at on that.
Well, I'll say this: what a lot of people don't know is Kevin Costner put his own money into this movie, so all the things that you see is with his own money.
The proceeds, yeah. So I'm glad. I mean, to help him out recoup his money that he put into it for the first one, yeah. But the previews for part 2 are going to have to really move me to want to go back to the movie theater to see it. But I tell you this though, in the process of buying the Horizon tickets and et cetera, it's official. Your boy's gonna go got his tickets for the greatest asshole movie in the world.
Which, by the way, we are 19 days away from
Live with 2-5 was good, brother.
I'm sorry,
How's it
21
going?
days away. 21 days away
Mhm.
from as you would say, the greatest a-hole movie of all time, which means I need to go get my
Takes
Deadpool shirt soon.
Oh, I got two new ones in the cart from Amazon.
Uh-oh. Oh, baby.
And I already have like a plethora of Deadpool shirts already, but I need fresh ones.
Oh, yeah.
Work. Technically I should have been at work today, but since I went in yesterday and gave Kaiser my day off that I was supposed to and gave him some work, and they paid me well for it because they already paid me holiday pay for being a benefit employee, but they paid me extra for being there. I negotiated to get today off. So, like I said,
pay that man.
Oh, you did, and some of that money is going to the funds of WrestleMania. So yes, if anybody wants to donate to the Raymond Mason Goes to WrestleMania next year in Vegas, hey, Cash App, Zelle, I take it all. Don't get me wrong, I'm busting my own ass to get my own money, but if you feel like you want to help out, I will not say no.
Well, nonetheless, no, he gets paid all that holiday pay, time and a half, double time, all that good stuff of
So number one, if I'd have took my day off like I was supposed to be off for the holiday, I'd have got paid holiday pay straight 8 hours. That's already given to me for being a benefit employee. But since I went into work on the holiday and it was my day off, the whole day was time and a half. And I think after a certain amount of hours, it turned into double time. So, yeah, I got paid to be at work, to sit on my ass. I mean, I did a little work, but I was basically the boss.
So, let's dig right into it. Ryan Garcia.
What a dumbass.
Oh,
so we're going there.
We're going there. Because
this is how the show started off.
I just really want to know what in the hell? What is wrong with you?
I mean, what was it? Racial slurs he was throwing out there too?
Yeah. Just a little bit of everything, just going ham, and now the WBC says, no soup for you. You are, in a sense, banned.
Banned.
Yes, or I'm sorry, expelled by the WBC. So he is banned. I guess the same.
What does that mean? Expelled? I know what expelled means. I mean, like he's barred. Basically, it's banned. Correct?
Well, if the article decides it wants to load,
as Cousin said in the chat, that man is a trip. Yes, Cousin, he is a trip. It's. I think the shots that he took from Tank might have altered his brain a little bit. That's just my opinion.
All right, so this is from the Associated Press. So via of the Score app. So Ryan Garcia was expelled by the World Boxing Council on Thursday after he repeatedly used racial slurs against black people and disparaged Muslims in comments live streamed on social media. WBC president Mauricio Sulaimán announced that the penalty against Garcia on the social media platform X, exercising my authority as the president of the WBC, I am hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. Suleiman posted, we reject any form of discrimination. Garcia posted an apology of sorts on X. I was trolling. I want all the killings to stop. Garcia wrote, I love everyone. Sorry if I offended you. An attorney representing Garcia did not immediately respond to an email from the Associated Press seeking comment. Last month, Garcia was suspended for a year by the New York State Athletic Commission, which also ruled that his April 20th victory against Devin Haney considered a no contest after he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Desi,
we're gonna get there, brother.
Yes. We will get there in just a second. We'll talk about that in just a second.
But when we talk about it, though, we got to make sure we bring back up the question so everybody can know what we're talking about on the subject. Shout out to Boss Man, Mr. Duncan, for enlightening us on what needs to be done to enhance the show a little bit.
Yes, you are correct on that also. We will get there, Zelly. Be patient. We'll get there. All right.
We're getting there.
EJ Whistle just said, man, that trolling, doing all that on a live and bringing up people, there's no trolling that. He's cooked. F him.
That's crazy. Well, now, how can mine should be doing it?
So
how is Uncle Bobby's not posting that he posted? Because I did it.
So go to yours as it's going live, and then click on it, or click on your thing, and then so on your page when it says you're live now, so like click on the logo, or click on the
my picture
on your thing, and then your pick, or not your pick, like under where it says you're live now. Click on the little thing where it has friends and public and all that. Then put it to public, and then it'll do it that way.
Wait, manage post?
No, not manage post. So it would be a lot easier if you were on your if you were doing it from the tab on your laptop than it is on your So we're okay. So right now it says it as just friends only, where it says how many minutes you've been live. Touch on that, and then you should be able to adjust to put it to public, and then we can put Uncle Bobby's comments on the stream here on StreamYard. So yes, Unc, he does have some mental issues. There's no doubt about that. That man needs a whole lot of prayer. He really needs to have a come to Jesus with Jesus. Just saying. Zelly said, I'll wait.
There we go. I did it. We're good.
All right. So there it is. So we can finally post Uncle Bobby's.
There it is, everybody. That is my uncle. There it is. He's finally made it on the show for real. But yes, he does have, like I said like a second ago, I believe those shots he took from Tank Davis rattled his brain a little bit. So there's that. And yes, Desi, we will get to the Warriors, but yeah.
Right now we are talking about Ryan Garcia's issues upon issues upon issues. So for those that don't know who the WBC is, that's the World Boxing Council, that's the green. That's the green championship belt, which is probably the most popular out of the sanctioning bodies. Of course, the three main sanctioning bodies is the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. So the IBF is the reddish maroon belt, The WBA is the black belt, and the WBC is the green belt, which most people associate being a champion mainly with the green belt, the WBC, because you see a lot of guys having a lot of replicas of those particular belts. And of course, it has pictures of all the great champions on that belt, such as Ali, Tyson, Joe Louis, etc., etc., etc. So a lot of people can identify with the green belt that is the WBC. And speaking of the WBC, Shakur Stevenson is set to go tomorrow in his fight as he puts his lightweight championship of the world on the line.
I'll be at work. I knew I should have took Saturday off. I knew when they asked me, what day do you want off? And I literally just said Friday. I don't know why I said Friday, because you know why? I guess I don't get a Friday off, so I guess I want a payday Friday off, I guess. So, whatever. But they would put the Shakur Stevenson fight on tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll still find a way to try to.
He is fighting Artyom. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name because that's just too much syllables and pronunciations, but they will fight tomorrow on ESPN. In other news, just to recap what's happening on the Sweet Science. Last weekend, Jesse Bam Rodriguez knocked out Juan Francisco in the 7th round to win the junior bantamweight title. That took place in Phoenix, Arizona. If you want to go down the CompuBox stats, Estrada landed 95 punches, Rodriguez 156. Estrada threw 368, Rodriguez threw 371. Rodriguez had the higher percentage, 42-26. Landed 66 jabs, did Rodriguez, to Estrada's 16, as he threw 109 jabs. Power shots landed 90-79. Power thrown 182-257. Percentile-wise in power punches, Rodriguez landed half of his punches than Estrada did. But next Thursday or next week you have off because next Saturday, Boots Ennis is fighting for a belt, so you'll be able to watch that. So.
What platform?
I want to say it's the Zone, but don't hold me to that. Actually, we're going to look it up here.
It don't matter what it is. What is on? I'll find it.
So, looking up the latest boxing schedule. Hold on, folks, as we are getting the Sweet Science together.
We ain't talked boxing
of course,
in a while, so let's get that. We're doing that now. I love boxing.
Well, I mean, if Ryan Garcia wants to keep being a doggone idiot and just keep doing dumb things.
Like I said, I think it was the blow that he took from Tank.
That uppercut?
Just like
that uppercut?
Yeah. Just like the hit Antonio Brown took. After he took that hit, he just wasn't the same.
Yeah, Vontez Burfict said, look out. So, yes, tomorrow Shakur Stevenson is fighting inside the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, pretty much a hometown fight for the New Jersey native. Nice. Tomorrow, Johnny Fisher fighting against Alan Babick. That's on DAZN. That's taking place in England. So that'll probably be earlier in the afternoon.
That'll be early morning, so I can wake up and watch that.
There's also Giovanni Cabrera fighting William Zepeda. That's on DAZN, but that's taking place in Toronto, in Ontario, at the Toyota Arena. Okay, so there's some boxing on the West Coast. Okay. We got boxing in Japan for the WBA and IBF Super Flyweight titles as Kazuto Ioka takes on Fernando Martinez. And, of course, as mentioned, as we got 2 fights on the 13th of January, one on DAZN, that's Boots Ennis taking on David Anavasian. That's in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center on DAZN. And July 13th, we have 2 names I'm not even trying to pronounce, but they are for the WBO, the IBF World Middleweight titles. So we got boxing on DAZN and ESPN next Saturday. The ESPN fight is actually taking place here at the Palms in Las Vegas, and if tickets are affordable, I might try to go. So we shall see.
And yes,
but nonetheless, that's what's going on boxing wise, and then we got boxing. And we also got another fight next Saturday on the 20th. We got 2 fights, one in Tampa Bay and one in Tokyo, Japan. That's on ESPN and Amazon. As we got or the fight in Japan is a bantamweight title against, which is
Oh,
Juntao
a lot of leather.
Nakatani against Vincent. Yeah, a lot of leather against Vincent
Did you say
Estrelado.
Juntao?
Junto. Juntao. Juntao
It was
Nakatani
almost sound like you were sounding like
Vincent.
Rush Hour. Wasn't that the guy's name? One of the guys' name,
It's
Juntao.
almost it's almost close to Juntao, but it is spelled Junto, so it could be Junto or something along those lines. But
Something in those
he'll be
range.
fighting against Vincent. Yeah, but he'll be fighting Vincent Astrolabio for the WBC World Bantamweight title, and there you have it right there. So interesting fights coming up. Of course, Jake Paul's taking on Mike Perry, whatever that is. But
Who cares?
interesting here on the 27th of July, Joe Joyce will be taking on Jarrett Chisora, and of course August 3rd, Bud makes his long-awaited return to the ring in Los Angeles against Israel Madirmov and Luis Alberto Lopez and Angelo Leo at the IBF World Featherweight title
So
on August the 10th.
do we say light work for Bud Crawford on that fight? Is this just like a
I would
2-1
say
fight
that'd be a
for
sparring.
whoever's gonna get next?
I would say that would be a sparring session. Yeah, sparring session. So
Fifth round?
something like that. So I have to go bash my namesake, but Cinnamon, what are you doing? Just why? Why? And did I mention why? So, in the latest term, that is one Cinnamon Canelo Alvarez. Earlier today, I posted where supposedly, and this is coming from the Boxing News Facebook page, but it says that
Yes.
right now, Cinnamon is close to an agreement to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. Now, this is no disrespect to Chris Eubanks Jr., who is a talented fighter and is a
Yes, he is.
very talented individual.
Yes, he is.
However, this is not the fight that we, the fight fans, want to see. It is not. It is not. It is not. Because we want to see two Mexican men go at it in David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. But yet and still, once again, Canelo's on that BS and does not want to give the people what they want. And again, I just have to ask the question, and I'll even say it in habla español. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? And did I mention por qué?
Well, and here's the thing with this fight, or that fight. One man wants a shit ton of money. One man doesn't want a damn thing but an opportunity.
Correct.
One man is the
He
champ,
just wants to.
and I mean they're both champs in their perspective.
Undisputed champ at that.
Exactly. But one man wants the money, and like I said, one man wants the opportunity. And the man that wants the money is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. I don't. Is it that he took? Is he going the Floyd Mayweather route? Is that what's going on here?
Some might say that he might be. And I mean,
Don't get me wrong. He has earned the right to pick the fights that he wants to fight. But come on, man, give this man an opportunity. Someone gave you an opportunity, so why are you not doing the same?
well, but I will say, and Michael Shadow Rodriguez, who of course is the Insomniacs defensive captain, he said on my post, he said, since he lost to Dimitri Bivol, he refuses to fight anyone that's an actual threat, and I really believe that.
I'll stick to that. I'll go for that.
Because I mean, if Dimitri Bivol was a finisher, he possibly could have finished Canelo in that fight. Because
Yep.
Dmitry Bivol clearly won the fight. There was no,
Agreed.
there was no questions about that. You knew who was winning the fight. You knew who was controlling the pace of the fight. But Dimitri's not a finisher. The last
No.
fight he had,
No.
that was his first finish. That was his first finish in 6 years. Now, just imagine if Dmitry Bivol had, let's just say, Sergey Kovalev type power to go with the skill. Sinner would have tasted the canvas in that fight without question.
It's true. 100%.
And,
100%.
and don't at me because I said what I said, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, well, I won't be at
Say
you.
what I said, I'm gonna
That
leave
was
it
straight facts.
Okay. But
Yeet.
nevertheless, eat, and double eat. Okay, Zelly. Now we will talk about the acquisitions that the Warriors have made in part to Klay Thompson departing, which he wrote a very, very heartfelt message to Dub Nation
Yeah.
on his Instagram today, which was very, very lovely and very, very thoughtful. Also,
Yeah.
gotta give credit because Marcus Thompson of the Athletic, Marcus Thompson III, Barry native,
What a nice piece,
he also
too.
wrote. He wrote a very nice piece, and pretty much it is true. Yes, he might not play his whole career with the team, but Klay Thompson is a Warrior for life because there's no question about that. He, along with Wardell, along with Lakeup, and we could put in Mark Jackson in there, he helped change the culture to make it what it is and what it has been. Him, along with Curry, started that tradition of winning because people forget they are just 2 seasons removed from winning their 4th title.
Indeed.
Just 2 seasons ago. And before that, people forget that they went to the finals in 5 consecutive years from 2014-15 through 2018-2019. That's 5 straight appearances in the NBA finals. Let's just keep that into perspective. But however, adding Kyle Anderson was nice. Adding DeAndre Melton was nice. I know my tag team partner was very skeptical on adding Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield is a dynamic shooter, and when he's on, he can be on just like Curry. So that is some added scoring that's going to come off the bench for sure. Obviously, as Zelly said, still need some size and length, even though I do like the post-draft pick, the center out of Boston College.
Yes,
to which the Warriors did try to get him. There are some centers still out there, even though 2 of the guys I would have loved, unfortunately, were signed. Hardenstein to the Thunder is going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem for opposing teams in the West because his energy and what he does to keep plays alive, to get boards, is going to help him. Now, let me ask you this question. Now, I know he's coming back, and I know he's recovering, but just for a season, if he's deemed healthy, if you're the Warriors, would you take a chance on bringing in Aquaman, a.k.a. Steven Adams?
He is a rebound machine.
Yes, he is.
And that's
rebound machines and block shots.
And that's on both ends of the court. And that's on both ends of the court.
Okay. Thank you, Unc. Thank you for the pronunciation of how you pronounce Shakur's opponent tomorrow. Appreciate it. Because I was definitely not going to try to pronounce. That, but thank you, Uncle Bobby, for.
You said the loser. Well, Unc is a teacher by nature, so that's right up his alley on how to break that down for us. But
the the educator is educating. So there you have it.
Uh,
Now, cuz here's my thing with that, cuz not if it includes Jonathan Kaminga. If you have to trade
yes,
Kaminga to get him, if you have to trade Kaminga to get him, I'm not pulling the trigger. I'm not.
we don't want it.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
don't trade the
And
don't trade
not
the
and
future.
and not only that, if I'm going to trade for Laurie Marketing, I have to know that he's going to extend. I don't need him for a rental. Don't need him for a rental
Not this
because
year.
I'm tired of getting I I'm getting tired of having rentals to mortgage my future. Because like I said, I got four guys. I got four guys that are there right now in Trace Jackson Davis, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kaminga, Brandon Pazinski. I got four guys that I can build the future whenever number 30 decides to hang up the Under Armours for good and go strictly become a golf. No, he has 1 year left on his deal. He becomes a free agent next season. Hence why I said, if you're going to trade for him, I need to trade for him knowing that he's going to re-sign or renegotiate. If he's not, again, I will go with what I got. And like I said, the four people that I got that I can build around for the future, it is not a bad force. It's
And
not.
they drafted that big man, so that helps out too.
But as we mentioned on the last show, we're going to mention it again. But adding Terry Stotts and Jerry Stackhouse to your coaching staff is only going to help the coaching staff get a lot better. And here's another interesting piece, that I just found out and read. The team that we dislike that wears purple and gold in the city where Uncle Bobby lives, they tried so hard to get Terry Stotts to join their coaching staff. He said no to them 3 times and chose to come to the Warriors. That's insane because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I despise everything that is a Los Angeles Laker. I just do, because that's just what it is. You dislike Los Angeles sports teams. But however, given the prestigious history, certainly since they moved to Los Angeles, I mean, it is a top-tier job no matter how crappy they've been over the years. But for them to turn down, well, Unc, we'll see. We will see. Time can only tell that story.
As Unc posted, he said, "Hey, Stouts is going to regret that decision."
Well, Unc, let me ask you this. What will it take for people to stop rejecting the Lakers as they have been lately? What in the culture set has got to change for the Lakers in LA? And we will take your comments. I mean, you can post your comments and we'll post it. But I mean, that's something I like to know, because I mean, what is the fan base talking about out there in regards to why people just keep rejecting coming to the Purple and Gold? Because I know if this was Dr. Jerry Buss still owning the team, I highly doubt that they would say no, because it's Dr. Buss. And I mean, Dr. Buss was a very good owner. And of course, it's like Joe Lacob by any means necessary to win a game. But we shall see. But nonetheless, next week, NBA Summer League starts. And of course, we also got the California Classic in Sacramento taking place at the big sheet metal that is the Golden One Center. So you can catch all of the action on NBC Sports Bay, and of course you can catch NBA TV and ESPN for NBA Summer League. And hopefully this year I will actually go watch a Summer League game, because that would be very interesting to see what
I
that's like.
thought it was at Gold. I thought it was at the Chase Center this year.
Well, it might be. I don't know. I just know the California Classic is coming.
Yeah, it's at the Chase Center this year.
Oh, is that Chase Center? Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, because if it was in Sac, I would have went.
Got it.
So I missed it last year, so I missed it. So here's the the response to your question that you have for Uncle Bobby.
All right.
So the Lakers don't have deep pockets. They have yet to compensate a good coach properly, which is why they can't get a top tier coach. Well,
there it
that's
is.
the reason why
There
that they didn't get the coach from UConn, because they didn't want to give him the money. That's why JJ Redick is your head coach now.
Boy,
And
this
yes,
this sounds familiar. This really sounds like my beloved UNLV Rebels that didn't want to pay Lon Kruger, and then Lon Kruger goes to Oklahoma, to which he leads Oklahoma to the Final Four, which was the team that Buddy Hield was on.
yes.
So I understand that not having deep pockets.
If JJ falters, Stouts would have been next in line. I don't disagree with that. I don't.
Yes, but would Genie Bus properly compensate him? That would be the question. We don't know. But nevertheless, I mean, we will just see. But the Warriors did get 2 second-round picks for the Klay Thompson trade.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Warriors can hit on those draft picks. Of course, adding depth is never not an issue. So sign and trade. So right now, the Warriors will send a second-round pick from Dallas to Philadelphia. Philadelphia, in return, is rerouting. It's part of a 5 deal that includes the Timberwolves and the Hornets. Of course, Buddy Hield is currently in España, preparing with the Bahamanian national team for the Olympics. Of course, the Olympics coming up in 21 days on the Universal Networks of NBC Sports.
Peacock.
Smart. That's a smart man, Unc. Unc just said Hurley was never coming to the Lake Show. He was using the Lakers as leverage to get more from the Connecticut Huskies. So, looks like Ken Kniff came out of more money to keep the head coach in Connecticut.
That's the last time that you would use that comment about Ken Kniff.
Hey, at least I didn't do the voice.
One per show.
Hey, I did use the voice.
And that's the voice included. And that's the voice included. I would say you get one per show with the voice included.
Facts, Unc. Facts. Uncle Bobby also just said the same way Harper and Aaron used the Giants to get more money from the Phillies and the Yankees.
Yes. Hang a star on that.
Facts are facts. Facts are facts.
Hang a star on that.
Yes.
Hang a star.
Facts are facts.
Definitely hang a star on that one.
All right. Also today, Franz Wagner just got a nice extension from the Orlando Magic as he gets a 5-year, $224 million rookie contract extension, become as much as worth as $269 million, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. Of course, Wagner, along with Pancho, a key cog in the Mavericks rebounding and rebirth and head to the playoffs this past season, as they went 47-35, which was their best record since the 2010-2011 season, the season after they made the finals, or two seasons ago before, two seasons, after they made the finals in 2009. So there you have it. So he was the 8th pick out of Michigan, and also his brother Mo Wagner got a 2-year, $22 million deal. So the Magic trying to put some pieces together and put together a core to try to compete here in the Eastern Conference and on their way. So there you have it. So just to get it out the deal, the Warriors are giving Buddy Hield $21 million guaranteed.
2 years.
Wimbayana shines in his first Olympic warm-ups. And I'll say this: if you have not seen the side-by-side picture of Wimbayana against Rudy Gobert, he makes Rudy Gobert look small, and Rudy Gobert's a tall man.
Oh man, yeah, yes.
Gobert looks small.
Yeah, indeed.
But you know what? I really have a question, and this is perhaps a very mind-boggling, intriguing question. Now we know that 24 years ago, one of the greatest in-game dunks happened when Vince Carter leaped over a 7'2" Frenchman and just say pose with the picture. Now, here's my question. That version of Vince Carter, do you think he could have dunked over Wemby?
No.
You don't think so?
Yes. No. I don't know. I'm not gonna even answer that question.
Now we're talking about Vince Carter at the height of his athletic prowess, at the height of his God-given leaping ability,
I think he'd have just
on
dunked
people in games.
I think he'd have just dunked on him, and it would have been embarrassing. But I don't think he'd have did what he did to the guy that he did in the Olympics.
Okay.
I think he'd have dunked on him, and it would have been vicious and embarrassing.
Oh, Unc is talking about castration. Oh, baby. In case, Torviers, if you don't. Now, Unc is coming with the jokes. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
But he's saying that, man.
Nutmeg. No, for our viewers that are chiming in and wondering what we're talking about. So 24 years ago in the Sydney Olympic Games, and it's on YouTube, you can YouTube it. Vince Carter had one of the most astounding in-game dunks that you will ever see. Now, the French center is about 7'2". So you think 7'2", you think of a wingspan that could be almost close to 8 feet. So the ball was deflected. Vince Carter took the ball and literally did his best Superman impression of going up, up, and away, and in a sense just dunked on him. Needless to say, the inner Bill Walton just came out of me. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. And Vince Carter indeed threw it down on the Frenchman in the Sydney Games back in 2002, which once again, the opening ceremonies of the Summer Olympiad will take place on the networks of NBC on Friday, July the 26th, as we come from Paris, in Paris, France, the site of the Summer Olympic Games. And then in 2028, the Summer Olympiads return to the United States. And for the first time since 1984, it returns to Los Angeles. So the mausoleum will get polished and dust off for the opening ceremony, as LA, for the fourth time, will host the Summer Olympic Games. Of course, Simone Biles qualified for the team with her gymnastic powers, looking to add already to her legendary gymnastics career.
Tremendous
legacy. She does well. Also, just to pinpoint back to the Lakers real quickly, LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, signed his 4-year deal worth $7.9 million. So he does not have to borrow Dad's money no more. He now has his own. There you have it. So now Bronny Jr. can treat Dad to dinner. Be like, steak dinner's on you, son. There you go. As Orange Cassidy makes his first appearance in a long time on the Mizzle and Dub Show. But folks, real quickly,
Are we done with Bronny?
there was yes, I'm done. If you did not catch the ninth inning between the between the Padres and the Diamondbacks, that was crazy, insane. So going into the ninth,
Really?
going into the ninth inning, the San Diego Fathers had a 7-2 lead in the ninth. 7-2.
Okay.
The Diamondbacks erupted for a 6th spot in the top of the ninth to take the lead. Oh, you're not wrong on that. You are not wrong. So, in the ninth, first off, Alec Thomas hit a grand slam to get them within one at 7-6.
Wow.
Then Randall Grichuk hits a home run to make it 8-7. Then in the bottom of the ninth, Jerkson Profar, going to the All-Star game, by the way, he hits a home run, and then Manny Machado calls game with a 2-run shot, and the Padres win it 10-8 in a frantic, crazy 9-inning ball game, which is ridiculously insane to say the least. But while we're at it, going down the baseball scores, the Baltimore Orioles beat the Athletics in Oakland 3-2. Cubs in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, they beat the Angels 5-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates and Mr. Skeens, and Mr. Skeens is now 5-0 with a 2.12 ERA as
the kid can pitch.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Skeens went, as I'm looking at the box score here for the Buccos as they wait for Jolly Roger. Skeens went 7, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, but the Pirates lay the smackdown on the Mets by a final score of 14-2. Good grief, yeah. Smackdown 14-2 all over the New York Metropolitans. In 11, the Cardinals beat the Nationals 7-6. Red Sox go to the Bronx. They beat the Yankees 5-3. Tigers in Cincinnati beat the Reds 5-4. White Sox and Marlins in Miami. White Sox get the win 3-2. Phillies, best record in the National League. They beat the Braves 8-6. Phillies are now 58-30. Rangers and the Rays. Rangers shut out the Rays 3-0. In Colorado, Rockies beat the Royals 4-2. And there was absolutely no pitching in the Twin Cities as the Astros and Twins looked like they were playing drunk man softball as the Astros get the win 13-12 over Houston in Lake Minnetonka. Mariners continue to lead the division of the American League West. They beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Will the Blue Jays trade Bo Bichette, George Springer, and more importantly, will Vlad be traded? That remains to be seen. Keep tuned. We'll keep you posted. And that dog on team also. And that dog on
trading block.
Well, I mean, if the Jays continue to underperform, Vlad could be traded. Bo Bichette could be traded. We already know that Calvin Biggio got cut by the Blue Jays and the Dodgers claimed him, so he's playing in LA. But I mean, there could be a chance that the core for the Blue Jays could be rebuilding. We don't know. That team in blue beat the Brewers 8-5, as it was 5-4. Dodgers tied the game, then eventually took the game. And the Giants with 3 in the first inning, it was enough as the Giants get the win. Walker gets the win. Doval gets the save. Conforto with some good, yes indeed, the fist pump. Michael Conforto had 2 doubles. As the Giants continue to play some good baseball and playing some very good baseball on the road.
June's over.
Again, that is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. And so far, in the month of July, since July has turned over, but
we're almost over this year already.
That's insane. That is criminally insane. But the Giants took 2 or 3 from a very good Braves team. Take the first of this 3-game set with the Guardians, to which, again, Stephen Vogt has done a fantastic job managing this Guardians team. Then the Giants will come back home for the final home stand before the All-Star break, hosting the Blue Jays and the Twins for 3. And then after the All-Star break, the Giants open up against the West, 3 in Colorado, and then 4 against those doggone bums in Los Angeles.
That just don't sound right.
What's that?
That setup that they got to do after they come from the All-Star break.
Yeah, but it's a good chance to get a good start jump at the division. Nevertheless,
That is also true. Go either way.
So there's that. But nonetheless, Giants get the win over the Guardians 4-2, which is a good sign.
Tremendous win.
Them as we said, it's starting to come together, Pepper. Starting to come together. But
That a winning streak.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So anyway, what's going on in the Copa America 2024?
The Americans are out of it already.
Yes, because they lost to Uruguay. So what happened today in the quarterfinals? Canada won on penalty kicks 4-3 over Venezuela. Yeah, they won over PKs over Canada. So tomorrow, it's the quarterfinals between Colombia and Panama. That's at 3 p.m. on FS1, which will kick off in 14 hours, and that will be at the big toaster known as State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. That's at 3 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. The other matchup on Saturday is Uruguay against Brazil. So that's the Copa America quarterfinals, if you will. Now, going to the Euro Championships. Yeah, we got the Euros.
Why not?
That's a very valid statement, Uncle Bobby. Very valid statement. As he said, as long as the Giants don't have to go to their middle relievers, they will be in every game.
I don't disagree with that. I don't. This is a very good statement.
All right. So yesterday in the Euros, it was España beating Germany, knocking them out by a final score of 2-1. And Viva la Francais, Mbappe got the better of Ronaldinho as the I'm sorry. Yes, as France won in penalty kicks 5-3 to advance. Now tomorrow in the other quarterfinals, we have jolly old England taking on the Swiss in Switzerland, and we have the Netherlands taking on the Dutchmen, taking on Turkey. Of course, those games Saturdays you can catch on Fox at 9 a.m. and 12 noon. So that's what's going on.
I'll be ready.
The Euro 2024. So, is there anything else that you want to add, good sir?
No, I think we pretty much covered this little rapid fire edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Number 222.
We're moving, man.
Yes, indeed. Now, real quickly before we call tonight, the latest edition coming up here in the CFL. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers finally get on the board this season. They get their first win as they beat the Ottawa Redblacks 25-16. Coming up today, my beloved Calgary Stampeders taking on the Montreal Alouettes. That's at 4 p.m.
Oh.
And, of course, you can watch that game on CBS Sports Network. And on Sunday, the Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the BC Lions. That's at 4 p.m. on same bat time, same bat channel on CBS Sports Network. And then yesterday on the 4th, it was the Saskatchewan Roughriders getting the win over the Toronto Argonauts by a final score of 30-23.
Nice.
And a congratulations. The United States is the antithesis of the United States woman. Lift the woman flag. All right, there you have it. There you have it, folks.
All right. Yeah, I think we covered everything, brother.
I'm trying to find some news here. All right, what?
You find it.
Oh, I'm trying to. Want to give a final shout out and a send off to a great competitor in tennis, as one of their own, the one, the only, the great David Murray, playing in his final Wimbledon and got a tremendous ovation.
Yes, he did.
As the crowd in Rowan Gardens just made him feel tremendous. It's what it's all about. That's just what it is. Hello, SG. How are you? Thank you for chiming in and tuning in. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
What about Wimbledon?
That matchup is a toss-up, Unc. What
about Wimbledon? Alcaraz versus Coco.
Well,
that's very interesting. Unfortunately, SG, we are calling it a night here. We both have to take naps and get up in the work for the morning. So we're not going to be on too long. We just want to come in here and just talk about a few topics that's going on. But the next show won't be too far from now.
So we will try to get you on the next show. We appreciate you always chiming in and saying hello. But yeah, it is definitely nap time for you boys because I gotta go to work, but that's okay because tomorrow's my Friday. That we don't know. You just have to turn on your notifications, and once you get notified, that's when we'll be on live. So, we just appreciate you tuning in and support and commenting, and we appreciate all of our subscribers commenting on our show. This is why we do this show, because we do it for y'all. So we appreciate it. Thank you, Wonk. Finally able to get you in on the comments finally. So now we know what we got to do going forward every time we decide to go live and do a show. But appreciate you as usual. Get some rest. And for those that are battling that heat, please keep yourself hydrated. Drink lots of water. Get those electrolytes in, because it is a scorching out there. Yeah, SG, my I'm not going to but it is very shiny. Yes, indeed. But before we get out of here, don't forget this upcoming Sunday. Not only there's going to be a A7 cast of the last meeting between the Patterson U and the BIC at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. It will be the Eastern Conference between the Trenton BIC, the Brothers in Christ, and the Patterson U, of course. The winner will take on the Western Conference champion in the nightcap, as once again, Sick With It and the Insomniacs will see who will go to Asbury Park, New Jersey to play for the A7FL National Championship on July 21st. But this upcoming Sunday, it's the conference finals, BIC and the U at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. And of course, here in Vegas, Sick With Insomniacs, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. Myself and the Viking, Scott McCorkle, will be on the call as Chris is living his best life on assignment back home. But nonetheless, we're going to take some naps. We appreciate everybody for coming in and chiming up with us on the Mizzle and Dub Show, episode number 222. For Mizzle Gumble, I am Dub Rogers. Vibranium in the house, folks. But for Mizzle Gumble, I'm Dub Rogers. Thank you for watching episode 222 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And as always, it is 12 o'clock some damn where, and you're watching the Mizzle and Dub Show. And that deserves a yeet!
Oh well, you know we throw those yeets out there all the time. The yeets just come fluently.
The double and triple yeet, and it counts. Yes.
Oh indeed. As the Super Dope Beatmaker takes us out, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for chiming in with us. We'll catch you on the next episode. Yeet.